Hey, welcome back, Rankers. Big congratulations to Nikki of Skinnymixers, talked about last week. She was the #1 most improved e-commerce site in the world, according to Shopify. So that's pretty good because she runs her store on Shopify and the blog's on WordPress. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of optimizations that could happen there and she could become even bigger. I wanted to talk to you, last week we were talking about brand and how it helps, and Nikki is a prime example of that. This week I want to talk to you about some of the old style practices that don't help and a couple of surprising things that I've learned over the weekend. So I got an email during the week from a web spammer, basically, and he sent me this list of guest post sites, right? And he's calling it a private blog network, and this is something that is quite common now. And I even got asked about this at a conference earlier in the year. Is it worth doing PBNs? And of course, my answer is always no, because that's just the way and look, to me, trying to get backlinks for ranking is a little bit like trying to get applause before the performance. You know, it's like, no, that's not what backlinks are about. The backlinks are about, yeah, you're good. Here you go. Not, here's the backlink. Anyway, so I got this list and I thought, oh, this is hilarious because it was all about guest posting and writing, and even the subject header was English as a second language and it was disjointed and there were major grammatical errors in the email. I thought, why would anyone respond to this in a positive way when you're talking about writing and you get something that doesn't make sense? So I tweeted it to John Mueller and Gary Ilias. And John Mueller at Google, he's one of the guys that runs a lot of the webmaster workshops or Webmaster Central webinars. And he said, hey, I can double check if you can forward me the list. So I did. And what was interesting and what came out of that, and I'll show you some, look, have a look at this, right? So I've just grabbed one of these at random, right? And then I've gone and had a look at the site and I'm thinking this site looks pretty ordinary. And we've already got sort of backlinks out to movers in Plano in Texas, probably. And you've got down there hotshotmoving.com. So they're already selling backlinks off the front page of this thing. Look at all the content, look at all the categories. But look at some of the headings, right? Getting your roof repaired after hurricane season sounds fine. A few information about home. I mean, you know, the language is terrible, right? So you look at it and think, do I want my brand associated with that? But not only that, you look to see if it's indexed. And if it's not indexed, you're certainly not going to get any page rank joy of it. But one of the interesting things that John said was that he likes passing these things along to the web spam team, which he did. And he said that quite often, these links are already being ignored, but sometimes they're not. So that is a very good reason to keep up with your disavows, because if someone's doing negative SEO on you, and there's been a few cases over the last week, you might have thought that since Penguin Real-Time and since Google has been saying over the last 6 months, you don't really have to worry about bad backlinks anymore. We're pretty good at catching them. And for the most part, bad backlinks or dodgy backlinks are being discounted. So, you don't really have to worry about reporting. I think you do have to worry about reporting. I think you should be disavowing still. And I think if you are in a situation where you see a site above you ranking higher than you and you check their backlinks and you come up with stuff like, well, here's one. I've just done this one this morning. So I've just used cheapest bin hire, and I'm using bin hire because I know there's a lot of spam in that industry. Anything that is a low cost usually involves these sorts of backlinks. And what I mean by these sorts, I mean these sorts. So you get, this is a backlink to that cheapest bin hire, and you see you've got a variety of links, and it kind of looks legit, but it doesn't. And you know, all of these sites here would have been paying for these links. And you know, maybe, look, there's another one, stows.com.au. So, you know, cheapest bin hire, he's getting a link from a same page that probably one of his competitors is getting a link from as well. So I don't know if you terribly really wanted that either, but stuff like this, links like this, still goes on. But from what John Mueller is saying is that, hey, you know what? If you do see them, probably should report them and keep an eye on your disavow, because if people are doing stuff like this to you, you just might want to make sure that you just check in every now and again on a regular basis, make sure that the links that you are getting are legitimate ones. And like, for instance, Bloggers SEO, right? So Bloggers SEO, for those of you who don't know, it's about teaching bloggers SEO. And we've got a free group over in Facebook. And I just went and had a look at the backlinks the other day, because Bloggers SEO ranks really well in the US for SEO system, and it's not something that we've tried to do, but we're number 3 in New York for SEO system, and I think we're number 7 or 8 in LA for SEO system, and we haven't tried to rank it really well yet. We've just been, you know, getting the thing up and running. But when I go and have a look at the backlinks, and you can do this inside of Search Console, I was quite surprised about how many backlinks it actually has, because we created probably 2, right? And that's really, I'll just show you. So you've got to search traffic, links to your site. So it says here we've got 175 links. It's like, wow, really? That's a lot? And I've gone in and had a look at them. Okay, here are the top 52 domains. So ProBlogger, so we did some guest posting on there. And StewArt Media, I just made an announcement to say that, hey, here's Bloggers SEO if you're looking for a blog. And every time I'm talking about bloggers, I'll throw a link at it. But all of these, I don't know who's linking to us at all these sites. Like player.fm, I don't know. No idea. Affiliate business, all this sort of stuff. No. I don't know. We haven't done anything to get those backlinks. And some of them will be, you know, scraping sites and those sorts of things. But a lot of them, you know, just might be other bloggers talking about stuff that they've learned in the group. Hopefully that's what's going on there. But the other thing to consider here is that Google can see, obviously, these backlinks, but it can also see that, you know, there's 2,600 or nearly 2,700 people in the Facebook group talking about Bloggers SEO as well. Anyway, moral of the story here is that, yeah, you probably should still report spammy backlinks if your competitor is using them and is above you. I've got no problem with that. I know a few SEOs I know don't like me saying that, but hey, if they're above you and they're doing the wrong thing, I'd rather Google become a better search engine, have better results, and certainly have my client higher than its competitors. And also, just regularly check your backlinks, make sure no one's doing any negative SEO on you, because you might want to do another disavow. That's it for this week. We'll see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.